At the 19. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively, for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45. They've come out with answers on this possession, and now another first down. Defense showing plenty of pre-snap movement of their own. Smashes through. Running toward the tape. And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Ohio State 14, Alabama 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And maybe they want to try somewhere else because there is nothing doing in the middle of this defense. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Milroe. Working that left side now. Huge gain before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal. Alabama quickly back to the line. Out of the gun, looking to throw. Snagged in the end zone. Touchdown, Bama!
And how about this play by the offense? 1st and goal from the 1-yard line. Everything says it's going to be a run. It's going to be a run. Nice job by the offense. A little sleight of hand, throwing the football, getting the touchdown.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. And, David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
As they unpack the pile, it's part of Ohio State's DNA to have a lethal running game.
And this is a trend, Reese. We can go back as long as you want to go back, and we can go back a couple years to J.K. Dobbins, and we can go all the way back to Eddie George. They always find great running backs at Ohio State.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. They've got him looking run. Now they're going to throw it. And the running back made the catch along the sidelines, but he drifted out of bounds. It'll be incomplete.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
He'll try it again on 2nd and 10. They're bringing heat. Stands in and takes the hit. And it'll be intercepted in the end zone. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Well, I love the job by the coaching staff there defensively, matching the personnel of the offense, putting their dime package out on the field. So you bring out the extra defensive back, you're anticipating a pass, perfect timing to run that personnel, and you get the pick.
Hands it off. On the move at the 30. Out to the 35-yard line and a little extra breathing room with that 15-yard pickup.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense, sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down. And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
The Tide with the 1st and 10. They'll run it from the gun. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
Solid pickup of 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Dropping back, it's Milroe. Finds his tight end. Crosses the 30, he's got away. And he was just a couple of steps away from taking that one even further after the catch. They've got it inside the 30 at the 28, 1st down. Leaves it with the running back. Discards a man.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting them drive off the ball on 1st down in these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Quarterback will audible. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the right. Gets out of bounds after the big game, but they've got it 1st and goal.
They pick up the 1st down on the drag route. I know that seems like a simple route, but it's actually a lot more complex than what it looks like because that route changes based on whether it's man or zone. If it's man coverage, he's flying across the field. If it's zone, he's got to sit down over the ball in a soft spot.
And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown, Alabama! Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. Hit that one with some aggression for the point after. They put together an 81-yard drive, and the capper on that drive, the 10-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But
fires a bullet, now it's picked off. Giving him his pads. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Quick touch pass to the receiver. That's what you expect from a senior. Don't give them any extra yards. Great tackle there. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Looking to pass. It's Milroe. Caught. He is down at the 1. A terrific run after the throw and catch. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for 1 or 2 more plays. And they'll send out the field goal unit. Never a doubt. And with that, they've taken the lead. That late-in-the-half field goal always gives you a little boost going to the locker room, and they'll need to finish off these final few seconds and not allow them to answer. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And the return man has no place to run, no place to hide, and a place to be tackled. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start the second half. He'll bring it back from inside the 15. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes that Alabama offense. They had this lead to start the third quarter because of the passing game. Didn't get a lot done on the ground.
They did, but the quarterback is in a rhythm. That was obvious in the first half. And so this first drive, you want to continue that.
And the Heat gets there, and they get him down at the 14-yard line. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. They'll leave it with him. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And that's a great play by the defensive end. The best athletes on the field play defensive end. You can ask anybody. Yes, I agree, Jesse Reese. See, they agree with me. Same thing. But you watch them get off the football, make the play. That's why you put your athletes there.
On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. They're going to get him for a safety. Tried to make something out of nothing and still got stuck for the 2. After getting caught for a safety, they're lined up and ready to kick it off. He'll bring it back. It's Ballard.
The return is tackled down at the 31, and the Ohio State offense will take over. 1st and 10.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. A big reason they find themselves trailing to start the second half, those 2 turnovers in the first.
Yeah, and I think coaches will tell you the number one thing that you got to make sure you do is take care of the football. You want to create explosives, you want to put up a bunch of yards, but step 1, Jesse, taking care of the football.
It just goes to show you how critical those mistakes are. Only 2 plays. That's really what separates this team from potentially having the lead. If they clean up the errors, they've got a chance to win this game.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. Fakes his man out. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure. It's a 1st down.
And listen, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. I mean, I love teams that commit to the run, and when it's successful, keep running the rock.
Yeah, David, I think this offensive line right now, they've got a lather going. They're really sort of getting in the groove and flow of this game. They're just getting tremendous push at the point of attack. It seems like every single time they decide to run the ball.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Got quite a ways to go to keep this drive going. It's 3rd down from the 45. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. He tries to take the top off. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of this spot. Nice execution by this defense.
He's not afraid to go deep. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And that one will put him up here in the second half.
Number 32.
Man, oh man, when you got a weapon like that, you got to find him, and you got to give him the ball in space. You have some plays on your play sheet, and some of them just say, that guy, get him the ball, let him do the rest. Dangerous weapon out of the backfield, catching the football, making the big play.
He's got it for the 2. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
17.
Returner will field it and try to get some field position. I guess it could have been worse on that return. He goes out of bounds at the 15. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. And the last time they had the ball, they wound up giving up a safety, Jesse.
Yeah, that was ungood the last time they had the ball. So they got to do something here offensively to get into a rhythm, running and throwing the football. Try to find that consistency, Dave.
And try to find something positive with this offense. Forget about the safety. Those don't happen very often. Try to get some 1st downs together, get some good mojo going.
Linebackers shuffling around, trying to keep the quarterback from getting a read. To the air, it's Milroe. Looking for a deep man. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on. They'll line up for a 2nd down play. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Feeling some heat. Grabbed in the middle. It's Young. At the 45 on its way. A huge gain on that one before he ran out of bounds, and he has the first down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Ohio State, 24, Alabama.
Second down here as they go back to work after the break. They're going to throw it again. Quickly complete. Across the 25, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. This offense lines up feeling awfully good after that big play. They get him after he picked up 5 and got him inside the red zone down to the 16. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. He's looking to throw. Caught over the middle. It's long. Got some room, headed to the goal line. Down to the 3-yard line, and that's where they'll have it, 1st and goal.
That receiver found the open space in the zone coverage, and as a defense, honestly, you just throw your hands up on that because they covered it pretty well.
And he takes it to the house. Touchdown time. Follow the block. The offensive line will take you to the hallelujah land.
And I tell you what, most of the time, Reese, it requires a little bit of skill to find that hole and slither through a little crack. That was not a crack. That was wide open. Didn't take a lot of vision because the blocking was outstanding.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Snags it quickly on the left. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. On the run, it's Judkins. They'll get him at the 45, but he got 10 on that one.
Well, the offense knew what they needed to get that first down, so they dial up the running play, and they get just enough to keep the drive alive.
Might as well give it to him again. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. The clock has stopped as we have reached the 2-minute warning here in the ballgame. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. Here's the give off the left side. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
I love this linebacker because he's able to dissect what's happening in front of him, and he reacts downhill, uses his speed to get to the line of scrimmage and create the negative play.
Blasted as he lets it go. And it's intercepted. Oh, what a big play in a tie game. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide.
And at this juncture of the game, one play is going to make the difference. It's going to be a momentum-changing play. Who's going to come up with it that time, Pollock? It's the pick 6 to break the tie.
And the defense, you're thinking, get a stop, get a stop. This is late in the 4th quarter. This is how we're going to get a win. Our offense is going to go down the field. No, they get the turnover, they force it, and they get to the end zone to create the massive game-changing play.
The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick 6, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick 6 and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Getting some heat. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. We'll see if they go back to the air after the incompletion. It's 3rd and 5. He's going up top here late in the game. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on. Trailing by a possession, they need to keep the ball. They'll try to convert on 4th down. He'll go up top, maybe a deciding play here. Quick strike complete. He steps out of bounds, but he's got a 1st down on the play. The Buckeyes come to the line with a new set of downs. The DBs will back off a bit. Back to pass, it's Howard. He's taking the deep shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch.
Really nice timing on that throw. Quarterback had to hold it, allow his receiver to work his route, but he threw it at the perfect moment so that he was able to make the catch inbounds right on the sideline.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Lets it fly. And he makes the catch at the 10. And he gets out of bounds to stop the clock as the offense moves closer, trying to pull it out. And guys, if they can somehow, some way find their way into the end zone, we'll have a tie game in the 4th. He'll set up to throw.
You see a lot of quarterbacks get in trouble when they start forcing things. He did a really good job. He wanted to throw the football, you could tell. Drops back, nothing open. It's okay, I'm just going to take off, get what I can.
And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Ohio State, number 1 in the end zone.
So you think this is automatic? They need this one badly. And that extra point was good, and we are deadlocked here in the 4th. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive. And what a huge score and extra point there to get it tied in the final minute. He'll take a knee. It's a touchback save every second he can as they try to put together this final drive. Here comes that Alabama offense. This one is about finding the balance between being aggressive and not being reckless, Jesse.
The only way this thing works, though, if they're going to be aggressive, this offensive line has got to be able to hold up here for this QB.
Yeah, because you need to take shots beyond the sticks so the clock will stop and you can save every second you have.
Offense will use a timeout. 19 seconds left in the game. Perfect play call for that big gain to open the drive. Now here they come on 1st and 10. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. To the air on 1st down. Dumps it to the back. Catch in the middle. It's Young. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as he gets him down at the 37. Clock is stopped. Timeout used by the defense. 14 seconds left. They've got it at the 37. It's 1st and 10. Running back searching for a hole. Nice, solid form tackle from this sophomore. The defense uses a timeout, and we are down to 11 seconds left to play. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Release to the back. And this is going to be intercepted. A big play in a tie game. Not much of a chance on the return, but they'll have the ball at the 33.
I get it. It's the 4th quarter. It's a tie game. I need to go out and make a play offensively. But I tell you what, I'm going to be on the sideline now after that interception. As a quarterback, I'm like, please, defense, please go out there and bail me out. Give me another opportunity to go take the lead and win this ball game.
It's incomplete, and the clock strikes 0, and we are headed to overtime. So here comes our first play of overtime. A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Caught in the backfield, it's Haynes. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game. But I can throw it to him. I can try to create some space out wide, dump him the football, let him make some catches, and see if I can't get some big plays out of him.
running the ball in OT, and a nice job by the ball carrier, finding his lane, finding his hole, putting his foot in the ground, and getting upfield.
So close to that end zone, he could almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Here comes first and goal as they try to strike here in overtime. They'll use the running game on first and goal. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. See if they can get it done on second and goal. Wants to throw. It's Milroe. Snags it. Touchdown, Bama! They strike first here in overtime. The all-important extra point would push this lead to 7. And the extra point is true, and they're on top by 7. They know what's in front of them. They have to answer that score with a touchdown. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. That's caught. It's Judkins. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo. They're going to run it. Brought down after a pickup of 2 to the 19.
They're strong and they're strong. Defensive tackles, they're strong. There's such big jokers in the middle where they just lock out those offensive linemen. And running backs, listen, they don't have much of a chance. When you got that 300-plus pound guy grabbing you around the shoulder pad, you tend to go to the ground pretty quickly.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Gets rid of it. And just left that pass short. Not enough juice on that one. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. On second down, he's looking downfield. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
Well, we know down here when you're throwing into the end zone, the windows are so small. Ball gets tipped like that, there are a lot of defenders lurking around. QB's lucky that one wasn't picked.
Looking for a man, it's Howard. Pocket starts to collapse. Touchdown, Buckeyes! They got the score now to see if they go for the win or the tie. They need this extra point to send it to double overtime. And he made the extra point without problem.
The kick is good. That ties the game at 38.
Now first down here in the second overtime. They'll throw it on first down. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. This thing has been back and forth now, first and goal as they try to take the lead in overtime number 2. Touchdown, Ohio State! Got it in to take the lead here in the second OT.
The best running backs are the guys that can just sniff out the end zone. That running back showed you all of his freakish ability on that play.
Now in the second overtime, you must go for the 2-point conversion. They'll go to the air. They can't convert, and the lead remains at 6, and now they'll have to go on defense.
Ohio State 44, Alabama 38.
Now on first down, they need to answer with a touchdown. Wide receiver shows motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page. playing together. I love it.
First and goal as they try to answer with a touchdown of their own. They'll try to get it in with the run. Brought down at the 7 after picking up 3. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. To the air, it's Milroe. Got it! Touchdown, Alabama! And they responded with a score of their own. Like a Thanksgiving turkey. They're just being carved. No shot. They have no idea how to get in this quarterback's head.
He's on fire. Everything he's doing is working defensively. We got to figure something out. We got to try to do something a little bit different. Bring more pressure. At this rate, shoot, he's on so much fire, you might as well just send everybody. Blitz everybody, live with the results.
Oh, and they pick it off. What a huge defensive play in overtime. The 50. He's at the 40. Running inside the 20. They do not convert, and we are still tied, headed for triple overtime.
That's the end of the second overtime, with the game still tied.
And now it's all two-point conversion attempts from here on out. Defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. They got it done. A great play call to give them the lead by 2.
It's all about mental toughness. That's impressive there to get the 2-point play, and now you're putting it on your defense. Can they rise up to the occasion, David? Make a play and end this thing.
Man, and that's what you're doing. You're trying to get energy from it. You're walking over there to him. Guys, we just need one stop. One stop and we walk out of here a winner. I know you're exhausted. Just give me one more play.
Now they'll have to respond with a 2 of their own. The snap sets up the throw. Dances away. They are denied. The 2-point try is stopped, and a game-winning play by this defense in overtime. I know how to sum up this game succinctly. That was fun, and what a victory to remember.
Fun for them, fun for us, just the back and forth, games that are so nip and tuck, and you know every play matters so much. These are the games that we love to call.
Yeah, every play matters, David, and that's why coaching staffs practice overtime scenarios and situations throughout the week. It's important to drill these types of scenarios. You never know what games are going to go to OT, and when they do, you love to be able to go out and execute with the game on the line.
That's going to do it for us from here. For Jesse Palmer, David Pollack, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another